Hello everyone, welcome on our platform and thank you to follow us right here. For new ones, you are most welcome and hope you will come to follow us most often by subscribing to our channel Urugano TV. So now we are going to talk about how Noble Marara cut the figure of undisciplined insolent fugitive. A pervasive but naive perception among the hostile anti-Rwanda groups leads them to believe that when a Rwandan national who served in a Rwanda government, RDF or Presidential Protection Unit, decides to go into self-imposed exile, for whatever reasons, he or she is perceived as an expert on Rwanda. Noble Marara, an individual frequently heard on ranting against the Rwandan leadership on terrorist radio stations, is one such person. These people may be highly sought by hostile online leaders, but also Western right organizations to spill classified information on Rwanda. However, the anticipated secrets invariably turn out to be recycled concoctions that bear no resemblance to reality. That is how Noble Marara became a frequent guest on anti-Rwanda online radio platforms like Itahuka, Ikondera, and similar ones created just to misleading Rwanda. People like Noble Marara are often considered as heroes for wrong perceptions that they are privy to Rwanda state secrets because they worked from the inside before they went into the exile. Marara also runs Inyenyeri News, another anti-Rwanda online publication dedicated to smearing and tarnishing the image of Rwanda using concocted content. Marara, whom this website is informed was ordinary driver in Presidential Protection Unit, has been elevated to stardom among exiled genocidal groups, terror suspects, and all types of disgruntled elements living in Western cities. Marara, who is always described as a naturalist slapdash character by those that know him very well, is among the secret wise characters to have used big words to con their way to some short-lived fame. His modus operandi is to hurl as many insults against the Rwandan leadership as can be packed into a 30 minutes time frame. Riding on his newly found so-called stardom, Marara then allegedly authored a book in which he takes the art of fabrication to new heights. But that is exactly what he hoards of Rwandan haters in the diaspora like. More than anything, love the diaspora source. But who is real offender against the truth? Many have asked. So this is what we are going to be telling you right now. And I take this opportunity to remind you to subscribe on our channel, like our videos, and share them to your friends. So to catch up, he was born in Mbarara, Uganda in 1978. Noble Marara joined the Rwandese Patriotic Army in 1992. Those who worked with him in high command during the RPF Rwanda Liberation Struggle and later Republican Guard Unit disclosed to this website that Marara was a soldier of ill discipline and insufferable arrogance, which saw him spend more time in Mabusu military detention than he spent working, according to our source. This is where I got the news. But rather than reform and change his ways to become a good soldier, on his emptieth detention, Noble Marara escaped from Mabusu and deserted the army. The next time people heard of him was in the United Kingdom in 2007, telling the BBC that he knew for certain that President Kagame ordered the shooting down of plane that carried Juvenal Habyarimana, a conspiracy theory that has thoroughly been debunked not only by Rwandan investigators. In Mutsin's report, this is what is found, but also for foreigners such as French investigative magistrate Mark Trevedich and Nathalie Pope. But if talking big, Marara thought he would gain a lucrative career was seriously mistaken. If you go to exile in Western, you get a few minutes fame and that is it. He now lives in the UK as a British resident benefiting from British taxpayers, almost involving any money transactions. For a time, he was an active member of Kayumba Nyamwasa's RNC, but then he began violently abusing it. This website is reliably informed that Marara got married to an English woman. According to sources, however, because she would not tolerate his discipline and responsible behavior, she opted out of the marriage. Available information reveals that Marara currently lived in Kent, England, where he works in a nursing home for the elderly. Alongside people like Abdul Ruzibiza, who died in Norway in 2010, Marara connived with French judge Jacques Bruguière to give him false testimonies that led the latter's assurance of the infamously fraudulent arrest warrants against the senior RDF officers. Ruzibiza would later retract his testimony, and it came to light that this was due to the failure by the Bruguière team to honor their monetary pledge to him. In addition, today Marara is also executive secretary of some briefcase UK-based NGO called the Great Lakes Human Rights Link. He conceals his bias behind his forum to attack the Rwanda leadership by fabricating stories about human rights violations. He also collaborates with pressure groups like Human Rights Watch, a group that may accuse of being completely lacking objectivity on Rwanda, Amnesty International, and others. Marara is also said to be in bed with deniers of the genocide of the Tutsi and works in a close collaboration with the likes of the UK-based René Mugenzi, a well-known devotee of the ideology of genocide. The welcome news for those that love Rwanda is that with Marara, this is more of a person that likes to make noises, but can stay on one thing very long. Tomorrow, one may hear him violently abusing Mugenzi, of course. So this is the end of our story right now. Thanks for being with us. But if you like it, give us a like and a comment in a comment box down here. I hope you already subscribed, and it's time for you if you haven't. I will see you next time. May God bless you so much.